the very day that John Kasich were to release his income tax reform, I can assure you, you will receive my health records. I am a very healthy person, so if that's the quid pro quo, I welcome it. So I say again, Mr. Kasich, please release your income tax returns. If you do that, I'll release my health records.
You said income tax reform. Are you meaning you mean his returns? Okay.
Returns, yes.
But if he were to spell out all the details of this income tax cut reform plan, is there anything in that for him? I mean, if you were to lay it out?
Obviously, I would love to see in the details of his tax plan, but that's not what I'm asking for today. I'm just asking for him to release copies of his income tax returns.
Do you think it speaks, when we saw the numbers out of the 2008 returns and you saw charitable contributions, we now know what you've both given during that period of time. If we were to have a massive income tax decrease in Ohio, that means a lot of the very charities that you've given to would be affected. Do you think it speaks, is there anything that says anything about a person if a proportion of their income is not being given to charity? And they're also at the same time asking for a tax break.
Well, I mean, I don't want to try to evaluate a person's motivation or character. Certainly, I think that would not be correct. What I'm just asking for is information, and once the information is public, then the citizens can make up their minds. But if I could just return to the previous question for a moment, my understanding is that Mr. Kasich has not released even 1 year of his income tax, that he actually let reporters come in for a brief period of time to look at them. I don't know that he's released any physical copy of his income tax returns. And so what I'm asking for is for you and others as representatives of the media to be able to peruse, analyze, compare, and contrast, not just in a brief period of time, for 1 year of income tax returns, but a number of years.
Is that correct?
I pay for the full cost of my health care coverage, and I have since I was elected to Congress in 1992. I paid the full cost of my coverage for both me and my wife.
Is there any kind of a tax credit or break that you get for doing that?
I'll have to look at that. I don't know that there is, but I'm not saying that there isn't. I'll have to make sure.
You do take Medicare, don't you, Governor Strickland?
My wife and I have not signed up for Medicare.
You have not, so you're still doing away. Okay.
Governor, you mentioned the need for transparency. Do you think there are sources of income that Congressman Kasich has that would present a conflict or on its face would be a problem for the campaign?
Mark, the answer to that question is I don't know. The people of Ohio don't know either. And that's the purpose of asking this information be released and made public. I'm not saying there is or there isn't, but I'm saying there is no way of knowing without Mr. Kasich's being forthcoming with his tax returns.
Governor, could I kind of throw you a curveball here? Okay. Representative Combs has said that he would support legislation and wants to sponsor legislation that would bring Arizona immigration law to the state of Ohio. It's call on you to do what Governor Brewer did there. Your feelings on a bill like that for Ohio?
Who was this?
I think it was Representative Combs.
Courtney Combs.
Yeah, Courtney Combs, yes, Cincinnati.
Well, I don't think Ohio has to take any lessons from Arizona. I think we're fully capable of making decisions for ourselves, and I think Ohio is not experiencing the kind of difficulties that Arizona seems to be experiencing. But I do not think it would be wise for Ohio to have such legislation.